Hey guys, Mr. Mayhem here. I'm about to show you how to create Gable Steveson, who was a former Olympic gold medalist. As you can see, it's not done, but I'm here to walk you through what I've done so far, and we're going to finish it together. So for general info, you got Gable Steveson. I just put his nickname as the sniper. I'm not sure if he actually has a nickname, but I'm sure it's not in the game. Social media handle, Gable Steveson. He's from Minnesota. I don't think he's from St. Cloud, but I couldn't find where on Google that he was from. He's 24 years of age. I believe he's 6'1". He is a heavyweight. I think he's like 260 pounds, but I have so many heavyweights I don't want to overdo it. So I just made him a light heavyweight. This can, whatever you prefer.
Like this one?
I like having people set a southpaw because naturally I like having triangle as my main hand instead of square. I have him as a wrestler, smasher. He's supposed to, I think, come to UFC at some point since WWE did not work out too well. Let's see, skin tone. It doesn't matter which preset you have, I don't believe. Be 29, 66, 39. For the hair 8. And honestly, I just made it solid black on everything. So I'm not even going to go to the color. It's like whatever it lets you choose. That'll be it pretty much. Eyebrows number 3. Facial hair 8. No body hair. Now, I'm only doing this way this time because I want to walk you guys through how shading works for the, like right now he looks pretty bare, but after it's all said and done, you'll see how all the tattoos I add to him will make him better, like more realistic. Here's the first one I added already. It's just, this is all the way up, shapes 172, just over the facial region. I took it all the way down and I went up 2 times. It just adds some kind of more shade to his face. I added, so without this Arizumi 9, he doesn't have that beard to his face. I didn't unshade it at all. It's to the max, just to connect the beard to the hair. And I did the same thing on the other side, which I'm glad I caught that because I need to actually make it more straight. Before I continue on the head and body, I'll go to the left arm. So, angels / demons too. I pretty much like wrapped it around the whole arm, and then went up to about here because it looks retarded. Excuse my language. If you go all the way up here, then the tattoo is in the armpit. When he's like, you can see it when he's like on the ground. So then I take another one, and I don't wrap it around. I just kind of go over the shoulder area. And I took both of these down 2 times. Now on the right arm, I used Arizumi number 8. Same thing, I wrapped it all the way around his arm to connect and didn't go into the armpit area. And I went down once with the opacity, however you say it. Same thing up here. I didn't wrap around. I just put it at the top of the shoulder. Now I know Gable Steveson is a little more stockier than this, but body type wise, you can kind of go with whatever you want. I think he's a little bit stockier than this. He's probably more like about And he's not here. He ain't this buff. That's why I didn't choose this one. And he's not skinny. So number 6 could work. Hell, number 12 could work if you want him a little bigger. Number 10, that could work. Honestly, number 9 might be better than where I'm at right now. Yeah, let's switch that to number 9. No more number 7. I think number 9 more actually looks more like him. Built like a wrestler. Okay. We're going to continue on together. So, as you can see, the beard is not looking good. It's not how he actually has it in real life. If you care to look on Google... Oh shit, before I go any further, I need to show you guys the head template. I'm sorry. I used template 10. I made his eyes brown. As for the sculpting, I'm just gonna leave from head protrusion to eyes tilt just on the screen for a second. You can pause right now. Makes it a little bit easier to go ahead and copy all of it if you pause, because I'm gonna go to the next section in a couple seconds. Alright, I'm going now. So I'm gonna pretty much have eyes tilt hidden after this. So last chance to pause. Okay. Now again, pause and copy all of this before I'm going to go to the next section. Alright, we should end up with this face. Now back to tattoos. So, when it comes to the beard, for this darker beard, it actually works out great to use Irizumi 9. I learned a lot of this sculpting stuff from Aiden Hero. He used to go by Aiden Zero. I've been following his page for a while. He creates lots of magnificent looking fighters. So, I'm kind of making it thin but wide. I want to kind of fill in this cheek area, because if you look at Gable Steveson's beard, it kind of rides up his cheek a little bit. Let's go about right here over the edge with the beard. And we'll go down 1 on the opacity from the max. So we have a little, I wish I could zoom in on his face here. Which I actually probably can once I go to upload this. So you have a little spot right there. We can, again, go down 1 on the opacity. Now we're going to do that same thing on this side. Right on the edge of that beard. Boom. 1 down on the opacity. Well, please, guys, let me know if I'm saying that word wrong. I don't know if I am. We're going to fill in this little area a little better. 1 down on the opacity. Now we're going to fill in the chin area. This, do not take down on the opacity. I think he has, it's like a little bit darker in this region. You can just make a few copies. Oh shit. Alright, we're still here. Make a copy by pressing L3 and go to the other side. You can make another copy and kind of go up just a tad under the lip. Make another copy, go to the other side, right up under the lip. Now, see, just that little bit added more beard. Now what we're going to do is shading. So this is going to be one of those things where it might turn out good, it might not. But I know with the Shapes 172, you can kind of make the beard a little bit darker. So first things first, we're going to go on the sideburn here. Widen it just a tad. Down 1 on the opacity. Do the same thing to the other side. Actually, let's go down 2 on the opacity. We're just going to go through the whole beard and do this. You can kind of cover that whole section up. So down 2. Down 2. We're going to hit every little section that we don't hit, or that we missed so far. Down 2. Now you can kind of see them in the below the bottom lip on the chin. Down 2. Down 2. See, now this isn't quite where I want it to be yet, so we're just going to keep adding these. You have a little section right here next to the mustache. Down 2. Now, if you get stuck on this and you want it to be darker, like I do, you can then go to the square, which is Shapes 19. Hit down on the D-pad. You can scale the square and kind of go along the lines of the beard. Down 2. Go down 2 on the opacity meter. As a matter of fact, you can just go ahead and copy that and go to the other side and do the same thing. This adds a lot more, you see, structure-wise to the beard. Now we can do the same thing. Let's go follow the line of the beard. It's gonna be a little difficult. See, I don't like how it kind of overlaps. You can kind of tell. So for now, let's just make the lining of the top of the beard with this. It adds more depth. So you can be right here. I'm about right there. I want to kind of make it the same. Down 2. Copy. Go do the same thing to the other side. You want it to connect from the mustache to the sideburn area. Make a copy. You can do the same thing down, covering the next little part. Same thing above. Let's see, you can make it a little skinnier and then go in this little region in the middle. Make a copy. Come to the other side. We're going to fill this little spot in here on the bottom to make it more dark on the bottom of the beard. I'm going to fill this part in too. Now for the middle of the goatee, or the chin area. It's kind of hard to show you guys. You want this square to be like this. So you don't want to go too far down the chin. So you can make it a little bit wider. Let's go about here. About like that. Down 1 this time on the opacity scale. Now we're going to come fill in under the lip. Down 2 this time. It's come together pretty nicely. Now, I'm afraid we're going to have to do some more shading. Under the neck area. You see right about there where the neck beard would be. You can just add shade to that. It'll really fill it in. I don't even go down on the opacity scale. I'll leave it just as it is to the max. You kind of see I'm making a line right at the bottom. He does have a nice beard. Same thing, but in the front. Now look at that beard. That is nice. We're going to go over to the top of the beard again. I don't really know if this is needed. But why not, you know? Down 1 on the opacity scale. Now, if we can go to, this is something I'm just going to try. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. For the mustache area. So kind of just hug the mustache the best you can. Down 2 on the opacity scale. And bam, there you go. Now for his hair. I don't really know if it's necessary. It's actually kind of a nice fade going on. I know he doesn't really have that, but hey, you never know. In a couple years, he might. I think it looks pretty good. So I kind of go to the back with Shapes 172 here. I go all the way up to the back of his neck. Go all the way down on the opacity. Up 1. Let's do 1. Now for the shading of the face. This is where you could potentially take a screenshot of the character at this moment. And we're going to show you what he looks like at the end after you add all these shapes to the face. So first things first, I'm going to go to the forehead. I'm going to drop on the D-pad to make this line I look a little bit thinner. We're going to give him forehead lines. Go all the way down. Up 3. Copy and paste. We're going to go up again a little bit. You can kind of see I'm right here, just a little bit above that other line. All the way down, up 3. And do the same thing. We're going to do it all the way up his head. Make them a little bit less wide as you go. And that's it. It's not much, but it's subtle. It's right there on the top of his head. Now for Shapes 172 again, we're going to go at the bridge of the nose. About right there. Go all the way down. Up 4, or let's say 3. 3's fine. Now we're going to go over the eyeballs with this Shapes 172 and cover like as if he has you know, just adds more humanity to the character, I guess. Adds that darkness around everybody has that darkness around their eyes a little bit. Want to go down all the way, up 3. Same thing on the other eye. Down all the way, up 3. They don't seem like much, but it adds up. Now we're going to give them cheek lines. See that? So down all the way, up 3. 3 seems to be the magic number. Actually, let me see. It might end up being 4. Let me test this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, to me, that's a little too much. That's a little too much. So 3 is the magic number for the cheek lines for this one. Put it right there. Same thing on the other side. Down all the way, up 3. You can kind of do the same next to that line. Right there. Down all the way. But instead of 3, go up 2. Down all the way, up 2. Now you can go into his temple region. Make it a little bit bigger. Down all the way, up 2. Copy and drag the other one. Do the same to the other side. About right there. Down all the way, up 2. Let's see. Honestly, that's about it in the face, I think. I mean, that's all. He's a young guy. You don't want to make him look too much older. I think that's actually pretty spot on, if you ask me. But what we can add is some texture to the body. You see, the collarbones need to be a little bit more defined. Down all the way, up 2. Now you can see the difference between the right collarbone and the left one. Just that little bit, it adds so much. I need to fix that one. It's a little. All right. Now for the trapezius muscle, you can kind of go inwards. It's a really kind of a thin line, small line. You go right in that little crease. Follow the creases, man. It's like a little bit of depth that you can see in these muscles. Go up 3. Or 2. 2 is fine for this guy. You don't want to give him too much definition. Might look like a crazy person. 2 is enough. I need to fix that. He's been working his traps. Now you can go into the middle of the chest. You can see right now it just looks like he's got nothing. Like, it doesn't look realistic, if you ask me. It just doesn't look realistic. Everybody has, well, not everybody, but people who are built, they got like a inside of their chest region. So down all the way, up 2, not 3. Now we're going to go around the pectoral muscle, or just the pecs, not the muscle, I guess. Go under, down all the way, and up 2. You can kind of wrap it around if you want. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do for my fighters. Like I said, Aiden Hero kind of went over this before in a few of his videos, and it really helps if you want to create some good looking characters that look realistic, like they belong in the game. We're gonna leave his abs alone because that looks fine how it is, I think. Now we're gonna take this and go into the center of his back. I'm gonna go all the way down, up 2. All right. I feel like he should be a little bit fatter, but that'll work. Let's see what other bodies they got going on here. See, now if I change it, it'll look a little weird. Let's just leave it how it is. You're welcome to change it if you choose to. Anyway, if he gets to UFC, he'll have to cut weight anyway, so he'd probably end up looking like this regardless. Or something like it. Alright, that about tears it. If you want to take another screenshot and look at the before and after we did the tattoos on the face, welcome to do it. You can kind of see the difference. Yeah. Oh wait, there's another thing I like to do sometimes. If you were wanting to add veins, or just like a little subtle vein in there on the arm, I always like to do it too. You see that? Down all the way, up 2. It don't look like anything's really there, but it's something. Hell, you can go up 3 if you want. It might make it look more there. I might go up 3. That's it. And another cool, neat trick you can do, if you want to add like a certain color, like a light off of tattoos. I mean, look, I can wrap this purple around this tattoo, go all the way around it, and up the arm. How that worked a little better in the last game. Go down all the way, up 2. It kind of blends the tattoos a little better, I believe. It gives it a weird shade in the light. You don't want to go all the way up there like I did, because you see where it kind of lets light off on the pectoral muscle. You kind of do this in sections. Let's at the forearm. You see that? What it did there? It blended the tattoos a little better. And it let off a little bit of a light texture to his tattoos. It's so subtle you can barely tell, but there you go. That's Gable Steveson. For clothing, you give him whatever you want. I just gave him, I know we can't give him the whole, wrestling outfit. That would look pretty neat for him, actually. Hell, let's just do that. I like that. You're welcome to do whatever you want. This would look kind of cool. Any of these, really? I like purple on them, though. I think it looks good. You can give them any kind of gloves. I like to give my UFC fighters just straight up UFC style things. I gave him Daniel Cormier posture. Since he's a wrestler, he's a really good one. Alright, that's it.